Hello one and all, and welcome to the newest edition of your Keensport Chamber Zone, the award-winning show that's all about this great city of Keensport and your Keensport Chamber of Commerce. She is Laura Woods with CARE Centers Management Consulting, and I know it, Laura. Well, we had to get the Ridgefields name in, yes. I am Bob Figgins with your Keensport Chamber, and my friend, spring has sprung, which we're all thankful for so many reasons. Not the least of which is that we've made our return trip back here to Ridgefields to talk about this great club and preview your Keensport Chambers golf tournament.
Spring is in the air, which does mean it is time for our annual trek to Ridgefields. And I'm just going to go ahead and say I want to lobby for a more frequent trip to Ridgefields because this place is absolutely incredible. Fantastic amenities, all sorts of different activities, so many wonderful things going on at one of the crown jewels here in Keensport. We can't wait to share with you more about what's going on here at Ridgefields when we talk with Stan Pace, the owner, and Cliff Kresge, the general manager.
And Ridgefields is getting ready to host your Keensport Chambers golf tournament here on this Donald Ross gym. It's set for Monday, May 11th. Proceeds benefit your Keensport Chamber and it's two of its programs, Leadership Keensport and Keep Keensport Beautiful. We'll have Mark Hubbard and Tommy Stanley on the show. They are with Food City, which is joining again with Pepsi and Hunter Smith and Davis as the title sponsors of that fun tournament. We'll have every last detail and tell you how you can enter, you or your team.
And to wrap up the show, we're going to revisit a phrase that we hope is very familiar to you, the be loyal, buy local. It is the phrase that Bob and I utter numerous times on this show, and we're going to delve into its meaning and its impact on the economy here in this area when we have Andrea Wilcox and Larry Estep with Cosby on the show.
A fun show ahead here at Ridgefields, but before we get to all those great guests
and Bob's tea time.
Yes, so we got to make it quick. Let's take a look at some upcoming events with your Keensport Chamber. We're so pleased to be joined by our host for today's Keensport Chamber Zone. Stan Pace is the owner here at Ridgefields, and Cliff Kresge is the newest addition to the Ridgefields team as he's just been named general manager here at the club. They are also both great friends to your Keensport Chamber. Stan and Cliff, good to see you all. Thanks for hosting us. I always love coming back here to Ridgefields throughout the year, especially during the spring, to bring the show here and talk about the Chamber Golf Scramble. But let's first talk about this magnificent club. Stan, give us an overview of Ridgefields and your wonderful features and amenities here.
Well, as a lot of people are aware, Ridgefields has been here for many, many years. It's been a part of the community. It's got the Donald Ross Golf Course, which is really the crown jewel of Ridgefields and what it's built around. Of course, we also have the tennis and fitness and restaurant and the full country club atmosphere out here, but it's got a really historic, nostalgic value to it, and it's a beautiful place.
It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's hard to believe it's been 4 years since you became the owner here at Ridgefields.
It seems like it's been 8 to 10.
Well, I was going to ask, over that 4 years, I mean, has this been everything you thought it would be?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been a real learning experience for me.
Sure.
For one thing, I didn't play golf till I bought this club. Now I'm addicted to it, so that's been a learning experience in itself. I'm not quite as good yet as Cliff, but getting better slowly.
Sure.
So I've enjoyed it and the challenge of it, and especially the members. The members have been really great. They're so supportive of this, and it's been an unusual situation to have clients and members that really support you like the ones that we have in the community.
Sure.
Well, one of the best decisions, obviously, you've made in your 4 years of ownership here is the gentleman sitting next to you and bringing Cliff Kresge on as the general manager at Ridgefield. Right. So what does it mean to have someone of Cliff's caliber on your team here, your full-time staff?
Well, you know, it's just an opportunity that took place. The timing was right for him, and he came along into the picture. Of course, he's been around here for quite a few years in the community, and You're not going to find a better golfer in there than Cliff, and so he's really an asset to us because of the experience that he has, not just in his golfing skills, which are obvious, but really it's the eye that he has for the course and the things that he observes that somebody like myself that's a layman to golf, that he really notices and points out, and he's really a fire. He has a fire leadership in his heart there out there when he's looking at it. He really desires for Ridgefields to be what it needs to be for the members.
Sure. Well, and Cliff, to sort of build upon what Stan was just talking about, you do have incredible experience. You've been in country clubs all over the world, so you've had a chance to see the great things, what maybe isn't so good, and bring that here to Ridgefields. How are you trying to work that into your role here?
Well, that's exactly it. Yeah, I'm trying to, basically gather all the information that I've seen with all the clubs, what works, what doesn't work, and what's maybe a little too much, and what the members really want. And I'm definitely going to bring that here at Ridgefields.
Yeah.
And Cliff, anyone who knows you come into this role with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of optimism, a lot of great ideas. So what are some of your plans for Ridgefields to improve the club? What will members see differently?
The great thing about Ridgefields is the blueprint's already here. All we have to do is fine tune it a little bit. We have a wonderful golf course, beautiful setting with the river and the foothills of the mountains. I mean, you don't get many better views than you do right here at Ridgefields. And I'm just trying to give it a little TLC and maybe a little bit of leadership. I'm a hands-on type general manager. I don't just sit back and point and tell people what to do. I get in there with them and do it, and we make sure it's done right. And it's a process, but we're excited about the progress we're making every day.
I mean, after that, it almost makes me want to go do something with him, go help out here at the club. I mean, that's the leadership that obviously Stan was talking about. And so, Stan, when we talk about the members here at Ridgefields, there are all different types of levels for people can join here. So can you talk just a little bit about the membership and what those opportunities are?
We really have basically two simple choices. If you're really into golf, or not that you have to be a professional golfer, but enjoy golf, then we have the full membership, which includes golf. Then we have what we call our standard membership, which is basically for somebody who is not really that much into golf, but they want to use all the other amenities that we have here and experience Ridgefields.
Sure. And then if people want to come out, because you'd be more than happy, I'm sure, to give them a tour and talk to them about the amenities that you offer, what's the best way to set that up?
Just give us a call. You can go to ridgefieldsclub.com and has all the information about Ridgefields on it, has our phone number, and give us a call. We'd love to show anybody around that's interested in becoming a member.
That's great.
We should also mention you have a swimming venue here, fitness facilities, and restaurant and grill too.
Really,
right?
we have one of the best tennis pros here in the area. We believe Mike Norris is really one of the finest additions we have here at Ridgefields, and anybody interested in tennis needs to come be a member and check them out.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, we're very excited that you're hosting your Kingsport Chambers Golf Scramble again, Monday, May 11th, again, the 23rd time. So tell us what it means to host that event.
Well, we really enjoy it. It's fun to get to see everybody every year out here and experience not only the facility, but just the camaraderie that we have together, seeing everybody. And that's really what Ridgefields is about too. We just have a good group of people out here, and it's the socialization of it that's really fun, the social part.
Again, for more information, give us that phone number and website where people can find out more information on Ridgefields.
It's ridgefieldsclub.com. Just go there and it'll have all the information on it.
Wonderful. Well, Stan Pace, Cliff Kresge with Ridgefields Country Club, thank you all so much for hosting us today. I'll do my best to keep Bob off the golf course while we're here. I can't make any promises, but that's our goal. But thank you again for hosting us and for hosting the Kingsport Chambers Golf Scramble. We really look forward to it. Thanks.
And speaking of that fun tournament, we'll have a preview right after this.
Your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce Golf Scramble tees off Monday, May 11th at Ridgefields. Tee times are 9 a.m. or 2 p.m. with great awards and whole prizes. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner provided. Enjoy playing this Donald Ross masterpiece and support your Kingsport Chamber. Contact your Kingsport Chamber at 392-8800 or go to kingsportchamber.org. Your Kingsport Chamber Golf Scramble, Monday, May 11th at Ridgefields. Sponsored by Food City, Pepsi, Hunter Smith & Davis, and WKPT-TV ABC 19.
And welcome back to this edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone from the beautiful Ridgefields Country Club.
And Ridgefields is preparing to host your Kingsport Chambers Golf Scramble, which tees off Monday, May 11th. Here now with a sneak peek are two great friends, two above average golfers, and just overall two great guys. We're speaking, of course, of Mark Hubbard and Tommy Stanley with Food City. Mark is the store manager of Food City on Eastman Road, and Tommy is the store manager of the downtown Kingsport Food City. And gentlemen, it's great to see you again.
Great
Yes.
to see you.
Great to be here.
to be here.
Yeah, appreciate you all joining
You
us.
had one thing wrong.
Uh-oh.
I'm way below average.
Way below average, okay. Well, I got that info from Tommy.
I'm right next to him on the below.
But you always somehow manage to win a prize at the
Right.
Chamber
We bring-
Scramble
Absolutely.
somehow. Of course, that's only appropriate since you're hosting it again.
Well-
You, of course, Pepsi and Hunter Smith and Davis are the title sponsors, which we appreciate. So give us an overview of this fun
it's
tournament.
I'm proud to announce it's the 23rd year annual Kingsport Chamber Golf Scramble. It is May 11th here at Ridgefields, and you can see that it is beautiful and it feels great today. It
Yes.
kind of feels like golfing.
If y'all could order this weather for the tournament, that'd be
And
awesome.
the tournament has grown over the years, the popularity of it, that you've created 2 flights. So, 8:45 and 2 can play in either. And like I say every year, Bob, you would play 3, you and Stu. If you really could, you'd have to call your wife and tell her you'd be home later. But it is a great day to play
it
golf. And title sponsors, Food City, Pepsi, and the law firm of Hunter Smith and Davis. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner all provided. The breakfast sponsor is Food City, and we have, again, we're going to have our omelet station set up. Lunch and dinner is Texas Roadhouse, and the menu is going to be extraordinary, something probably a surprise for us all. So it'd be a great thing, and we even, second year in a row, we're going to have Bobby's popcorn, and that way we'll be passing out popcorn all day, and Bob will be so happy.
That's why I make it all day long. We have to have so many flights
Of
to get all this in.
Well, I mean, I don't come out to play golf. I just come out to eat.
That's right.
Because of all the fantastic
Yeah.
food. Well, Tommy, as Bob mentioned, you and Mark seem to, even though you're below average golfers, always walk away with some prizes from the tournament. But that's because you don't just have to be a good golfer in order to win some things at the tournament. So talk to us about the prizes that'll be available.
Well, they do got a lot of consolation prizes for people like me and Mark. They do have team prizes, which is we have top 3 places in 2 flights, a hole-in-one on all par 3s, which is sponsored by Lexus of Kingsport, closest to the pin on all par 3s, longest drive on 2 par 5s, and most accurate on the other 2 par 5s.
Okay.
So, and a number of door prizes. That's where me and Hubbard comes in, the door prizes.
Yeah, I noticed you throw your names in the hat several times.
For the door prize, absolutely.
Well, sponsorship should have its privileges.
Absolutely,
So,
sure.
yeah.
Well, Mark, what are the costs to enter the tournament?
Actually,
Tommy, what are the costs?
the cost is actually for the team is $600.
Okay.
And then if you're a whole sponsor, it's $250, or you can have the captain's choice, which most people choose, and it's $775, which you get both the whole sponsor and the team. But if you just want to come out and play individual, we also will put you on a team.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, it's a very popular tournament with 2 flights, so the slots fill up quickly. So you need to get your team in as quickly as you can, right, Tommy?
Absolutely, it's become, as Mark said, very popular.
Yeah.
And there's not many spots open.
No, it's an awesome day.
Yeah, it's absolutely, it's a whole lot of fun, and it's for a good cause too, because
Absolutely.
it benefits the Kingsport Chamber and 2 of its programs.
Right, and we love to partner with this, Kingsport Chamber. Honestly, I've been store manager a long time, and I've never moving chambers so much, and in the community and part of the community, and does so much to really make Kingsport what it is, and to keep Kingsport beautiful. That's, you want it to look good.
Yeah.
And leadership Kingsport, you want to be able to lead. So it's great causes,
Sure.
great benefit,
Absolutely.
and the money will be used well. So.
Yeah.
A lot of great reasons to enter. So how can someone enter and play in the tournament?
You have to call the chamber at 392-8800 or kingsportchamber.org for more information.
And then, of course, we mentioned some of the sponsors that are here for the tournament as well, but there's some media sponsors too that we want to make sure get some recognition.
We're blessed to Kingsport Times News, WKPT TV, ABC 19, WAPK TV, My Network TV, AM 640, WXSM Extreme Sports Monster.
And of course, we thank Food City, Pepsi, Hunter Smith and Davis for being the title sponsors. Food City's been with this event from the start. You all do so much in this community.
Yeah.
So much of what we do always is associated with Food City and your all support. Why does Food City continue to give back more and more each and every year to this community?
I mean, we say this a lot, and we're blessed to work for a company that really puts a lot in us and the people that work here to make the company succeed. But you know, we can build these great stores, and honestly, that's one thing Food City really does. But being in a city or a town, you have to be part, and that's the key part, and that's where they really allow us to step out and to meet, partnership, and do the things that we need to do, because competitors are tough. You all know that. You have a choice to go, and I always say this, and I like to keep it simple: a can of beans is a can of beans. I mean, you can get it anywhere, but we want to partner with you, to make a friend, to exceed expectations in what we do, and we will do just about anything if it's feasible to get that partnership, to get that loyalty for them to shop with us. So we're thankful that we work for a company like that. So.
Well, and again, we're always just blown away by the support that Food City gives to everything here in our community. We're lucky to have a company like that here. But back to the scramble for just a second. Again, coming out, have a good time. You get to play beautiful Donald H. Ross golf course design, but it's also just a chance to meet some new people, to make some contacts, and get to know some of the people in the community, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we get to meet a lot of people out at like golf tournament or out like this right here in a totally different environment that you get to learn a lot about people.
Yeah.
And we're in the people business, as he said. We're all about the customers, all about our associates, and all about it's a partnership.
Right.
What's that number again for people to enter the Kingsport Chamber Golf Scramble?
392-8800.
Or kingsportchamber.org.
Yes.
Right.
Sign up early and often to do that. Well, Tommy Stanley, Mark Hubbard with Food City, your respective stores here in Kingsport. Thank you all so much for being on the show, and thank you again for sponsoring the Golf Scramble, May 11th. We'll see you both here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. And when we come back on your CZ, we'll tell you what Be Loyal, Buy Local means to our city. Please stay with us.
Your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce Golf Scramble tees off Monday, May 11th at Ridgefields. Tee times are 9 a.m. or 2 p.m. with great awards and whole prizes. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner provided. Enjoy playing this Donald Ross masterpiece and support your Kingsport Chamber. Contact your Kingsport Chamber at 392-8800 or go to kingsportchamber.org. Your Kingsport Chamber Golf Scramble, Monday, May 11th at Ridgefields. Sponsored by Food City, Pepsi, Hunter Smith & Davis, and WKPT-TV ABC 19.
Welcome back to your Kingsport Chamber Zone on location from the beautiful Ridgefields Country Club.
So you all have heard us use the phrase, be loyal, buy local. We've said it 271 times in the 12 years that we've been doing this show. But an honest question is, well, what does that really mean? And what is the impact on our economy? Well, we have the two people here with us today who can tell you exactly what it means and why it is so important. Our two great friends joining us right now, Andrea Wilcox and Larry Estep. Andrea, of course, is the Executive Director of COSB, the Kingsport Chamber's Office of Small Business Development, and COSB stands for the Kingsport Office of Small Business Development and Entrepreneurship. Yes. That's why Bob gave me the intro on this segment. Andrea is also a superwoman, just having been the author of a second book, Superwoman Smarts, and she's our most recent cover girl on VIPC magazine. Yeah, we're getting everything autographed after this interview is over. Andrea, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Larry, of course, in his spare time is the Executive Vice President of Citizens Bank, but his main job is that he's Chair of COSB. Or did I get that reversed? Whatever works, right?
Yeah.
Whatever works. Thank you all both for joining us today. Andrea, we've had you on before to talk to us about COSB, but let's go ahead and get another overview of what that office does.
So what we do is we work with folks that are interested in starting a business, if they want to start a business or they have an existing business and they need some help. Maybe they need capital or they need help with marketing or getting ready for their next employee. So we will help them with that process. Yeah. And if they have an idea, we can talk them through that and make sure that they're really understanding what they're getting into.
Sure.
And Larry, why should a small business owner take advantage of COSB and all that it has to offer?
Other than meeting with Andrea, it's the technical support, not only that Andrea and her staff can give, but also working with other small business owners and startup people that you can meet in a group and work one-on-one and share ideas. There's great training programs that are offered, and it's just the technical support that we can give to an individual, whether you're a startup, whether you're been in business for a little while or whether you're a mature company and you need that extra nudge.
Sure, it's a great resource.
Well, the small business owner will tell you that they benefit greatly from the loyalty of local customers. So let's talk a little bit about Be Loyal, Buy Local. As Laura said, we say it all the time on this show.
Yeah.
Kingsport Chamber is always proclaiming it. Jeff Fleming always talks about it. It's so important. But what does that phrase, Be Loyal, Buy Local, really mean?
Well, to me, it just means, when we're out there, when we're buying stuff, we get excited when we're out of town and we want to shop and buy things, but we really have to think about the long-term impact of our action, of shopping outside the area. So we need to think about the sustainability of our community. The people that own the independent small businesses, they are our neighbors, our friends, people that we work with, and we need to be thinking about our schools and this community and the future. So those dollars come back to the school, they come back to the community. And so we need to spend most of our shopping dollars here at home.
Absolutely.
80-20 rule or more. Shop
Minimum.
here,
Minimum.
shop home. Yes, exactly. That's what it means to me.
Sure.
Well, to me, it's an awareness program. It's to be aware of all of those unique shops that we have in our community.
Right.
It's the opportunity and awareness to every time you get in the car and you turn that ignition on, where am I going to go? Let me try somewhere new. As you're driving home in the afternoons, looking for different places to shop, to eat, to visit.
Sure.
It's amazing. I walk a lot in the downtown area and surrounding areas, the new shops that I'm not familiar with, and I'll walk in and say, whoa, I can get that here, I can buy this here. Just some great opportunities. So it's an awareness program.
Sure, absolutely.
And also I want to add, when there are missing pieces, when people feel like, well, I don't feel like we have that here, let's get a business going, around that.
Sure.
Right.
So there's a lot of opportunity. We should be building here.
And you touched on it just a little bit, but there's an obvious impact on our area whenever you buy local, and there's a negative and a positive to that as well. Do either one of you all want to talk about that?
Well, I'll focus on the positive.
Okay.
When you're shopping local, and you're creating jobs, you're supporting that entrepreneur that has put capital at risk. You're supporting them and saying, I believe in you. And most small businesses, when you talk to them, they will tell you, I'm only one payday away from closing if I don't get business.
Sure.
So you're supporting them. Many times they're going to be hiring employees, so you're creating jobs. And then, as Andrea mentioned, it keeps those tax dollars local, and 50% of each dollar that is collected in taxes goes back to the county and city schools.
It's amazing.
It also impacts city services too, Larry, right? So, your fire department, police department, street, right.
Yes, and a lot of people, we have a new hashtag, which is Shop KPT. And we've been using that when dining out. It's so important for people to check in when they're at a restaurant, because I still find a lot of people just don't know all that we have. We'll check in at a restaurant that's been here for 5 years and someone will say, I didn't know that was there. So we really need to just let people know what's available.
So that hashtag is certainly one way, I guess, that we could remind ourselves on how to be loyal and buy local. Do y'all have any other tips for people to use?
Oh yeah, absolutely. With Cosby, with the Kingsport Office of Small Business, we're going to be working with the business owners to help them get their business online so that customers can find them. So a lot of small businesses, unfortunately, they're excited, they open up, but we can't find them online if we didn't know where they were, what the name of that business was. So it's so important for them to get the business online, and we are going to be working with business owners one-on-one and hopefully doing some training programs offering that out so that businesses can take advantage of that.
That's great.
Getting found is important.
Absolutely.
We're also working in conjunction with the KCDB, the Visitors Bureau, to make sure that information is in packets for people coming into town. And we just want to make sure that all the local businesses can be found using social media, whatever means that we have, getting the word out.
Absolutely.
So again, this is an awareness program.
Yeah.
And because the sales tax is so important, it's also important with those high volume items too, right? In the big box stores too, right? So if you're thinking, Larry, if you can get it here, it's best to buy it in Kingsport than go elsewhere outside the county or state.
That's correct. Right. We're not targeting just a mom and pop operation. This is to support all of the businesses in our community, in Sullivan County. Because it's important to us to have those tax dollars within the county.
Sure. Absolutely.
And SBA's definition of small business, by the way, is under 500 employees. So look how many businesses
right,
that includes.
That's crazy, yeah.
Well, one item that people can buy locally, and we hope they will, is this new book, as Laura mentioned, Superwoman Smarts. It's by Andrea Wilcox. It's her second book. And Andrea, tell us a little bit about this book and how you came to write it and what it's all about.
Right. Superwoman Smarts, I'm so excited about that book because there's two reasons. Number one, there's so many fantastic women that I have met and their story has just not been told. You know, we think that we know people, but really don't know the deep down, substance. And so this was an opportunity to really get some of those stories out. And then the other big part to me was that I noticed in a lot of conversations that women are having about getting ahead and advancement, we seem to feel like it's the man's fault, why we're not able to get ahead. And it really comes back to us, not supporting each other, women not supporting each other. So I really wanted to write the book to help with that, to bring that to the forefront.
Yeah.
It's a great book, a lot of great stories. Where can we find this locally, Andrea?
Well, hopefully at the Kingsport Chamber very shortly, but Amazon.com for now.
Okay. The Kingsport Chamber, though, for local.
Yes.
And Andrea, if people want more information about Cosby, if they're a small business owner and need some help, where do they get that information?
At the Kingsport Chamber at www.cosby.org.
Okay, very good. And they can always call, I'm sure.
They certainly can.
Great.
Well, Andrea Wilcox with Cosby and Larry Estep with Cosby and Citizens Bank, thanks for joining us today, and thanks for all you're doing to champion small business in Kingsport.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We have more of your CZ from Ridgefields right after this.
Your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce Golf Scramble tees off Monday, May 11th at Ridgefields. Tee times are 9 a.m. or 2 p.m. with great awards and whole prizes. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner provided. Enjoy playing this Donald Ross masterpiece and support your Kingsport Chamber. Contact your Kingsport Chamber at 392-8800 or go to kingsportchamber.org. Your Kingsport Chamber Golf Scramble, Monday, May 11th at Ridgefields. Sponsored by Food City, Pepsi, Hunter Smith & Davis, and WKPT-TV ABC 19.
Well, you let me bring you out on the course here at Ridgefields.
I did, and it got windy all of a sudden. You think that's a coincidence?
We're still in our dress clothes and no clubs, so we need to work on that. But we're here just off the 6th green here at beautiful Ridgefields Country Club. What a magnificent view, what a magnificent course, and just an outstanding club. We want to thank the great team, talented team, very hospitable team at Ridgefields for hosting us today, and as always, the great team at Charter Media for putting up with us and producing our show.
We did. We had 2 knock it out of the park teams today, and we really appreciate that. To find out what's going on in Kingsport, don't forget, always feel free to check us out, Kingsport Chamber Zone. You can also visit the chamber at kingsportchamber.org. Give them a call, 392-8800. If you're feeling social, they are as well. You can stop by and see them in person, 400 Clinchfield, or you can like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter.
And just go to ridgefieldsclub.com to get a visit of this tour of this club, or they'll give them a call and come on down here and they'll show you around, and it's a perfect place to join if you're interested in fitness, swimming, tennis, golf, eating, anything you love. Just come down here to Ridgefields.
And you also get an opportunity to check out Ridgefields if you want to participate in the Kingsport Chamber's 23rd Annual Golf Scramble. That is going to take place on Monday, May the 11th. For more information, please call the Chamber at 392-8800. You've got 2 different flights that you can sign up for, lots of great food, fantastic golf course. It's a win all the way around.
Absolutely. We hope to see you then. And until our next visit together on your CZ, we are Bob and Laura reminding you to, for one more time today,
Give for good measure.
be loyal
And buy local. Have a great week.